Hi! Today I have for you an e.l.f. haul, and I was excited to finally get some more makeup to play with, but I was also a little bit disappointed because, well, first of all, one of my eyeshadows that I got was broken, but that's okay because it happens and they were nice about it. And they're gonna send me a new one to replace that, so that's fine. But also, some of the items I ordered were out of stock, and of course, it's always the stuff that you want the most that this happens to. And it wasn't out of stock when I ordered it, because you know how on their website it'll actually like have items out of stock and you can't even add it to your cart. Like, this wasn't the case. I was able to add it to my cart and buy it, and they must have, like, I don't know, their website like didn't cut it off at the right point and they oversold it or something. I don't really know what went wrong, but it ended up being out of stock and I didn't get the items, and that was the Studio gel liner in black, which I was super excited to try because I've been hearing really good things about it, and the Studio shimmer palette. Those were the two things. I also wanted the Studio concealer palette, but that already was out of stock at the time, so I couldn't even order it. So the sad thing about things being out of stock is, and I wrote them an email to see if there's any way that I can still get those items when they come back in stock, but they don't do that. They only refund you the money for the items. They don't, you can't wait until they're back in stock and have them send them to you or something. So it's kind of a bummer because I had a 60% off coupon. There was like a one-day kind of sale, and so I bought them for $1.20, I think, instead of $3 is with the 60% off. And of course I paid for shipping, which for me was $6.95, and that's kind of like I don't know if this is like for everyone, but for me it's always that amount, and it's kind of like a flat rate. I mean, I don't know, if I add one item it'll be $6.95, and then with all the items I bought it was still $6.95, but I don't know, eventually if you add enough maybe it jumps up to like a higher amount if there's like, if they need a bigger box or something. But anyways, so I got refunded $3 for those two items, you know, probably because I bought them on sale and everything, so they refund you the sale price. And to buy them again I'd have to pay, you know, $6 because they're $3 each, and I'd have to pay the $6.95 shipping again. So just to like purchase the out of stock items again is going to cost me so much more than it did to have them part of this haul. So I just kind of bummed because now I'm gonna have to, you know, wait and buy them again and probably pay more money. Anyways, that's my little rant in the beginning as I waste 3 minutes of this video. This is just gonna be like a quick haul, and I'll show you the items, and then I'll do a more thorough like swatches and stuff of them in like other videos specifically dedicated to those particular items, like the ones that need to be swatched. I probably won't make a separate video on like the brushes because there's not much more that I would be able to tell you. But the first is this e.l.f. Kabuki face brush from the Studio line, and this is so incredibly soft. This is like the softest brush. I think it's softer than, I got another brush, this powder brush. I think that this is softer than this one. I mean, not that this one's not soft because it is, but this is like even softer, and it's so nice. And it's a little bit, it's not like super duper dense if you can see it moving as I move my hand around it, which I personally like because, you know, if it was like this or something and it was just really, really dense, you know, and you had no like movement like that, I find that applies too heavily, the powder on my face, so I like kind of fluffier brushes, if you know what I mean. But this is so big, like look at it in comparison to my face. So I would have trouble doing like foundation with it. I actually tried and I don't really like it for foundation because it's so huge, and just to get like little areas like underneath your nose and around your nose and stuff, like this is gigantic. So this is probably better for like, I don't know, like a bronzer or a finishing powder or something you're just like dusting all over your face. and you don't have to be like as careful of, whereas foundation, like I really want to make sure like I apply that, you know, everywhere and like every little crevice, so my face, you know, has like an even tone to it. But this is super nice and it's super soft, and you know, if you're looking for a large kind of like kabuki brush, then I, you know, can't think of a better one, especially for the price. Okay, so now to this brush, this powder brush. I actually have seen this brush before when I ordered it for a friend, and at that time, it was about a year ago actually, when they had their 75% off sale. It was, I seem to remember it being a little bit like, not flimsy, but like, again, like fluffier in the sense that it moved more, the bristles moved more when you touch them. But this one is super stiff and like dense. I don't know if you can see that, but it feels like very dense to me. I don't know if like this is individual batch or something that's different, but so that's good for people that want, you know, a lot of coverage and that want a brush to really buff, that's not gonna, you know, the bristles aren't gonna like spread all out when you touch it to your face. So it's very nice, it's soft, it's a flat top. Again, it's really quite dense and firm. So then I also got the eyeshadow C brush, which I haven't used yet, but it looks like this. It's quite big. The other eyeshadows brushes I have are a little bit taller and a little bit skinnier. So this is if you're looking for one that's kind of wider and shorter, I guess. And then the typical brush. And then I got this small smudge brush, which is my favorite. I love it. It's so tiny, and I already have one, and I use it to like conceal blemishes with concealer. So this is like a replacement because mine's getting yucky. And the small angled brush, which I used today. I don't know if you can see that. This is like I'm trying to show you like the skinniness of it. It's not like the thinnest, it doesn't come to like the thinnest point, so you're not gonna be able to draw like a super skinny line with it, but I think I'm just being spoiled because definitely compared to like some other ones I have, like I have this really old Sonia Kashuk one, and this is definitely thinner than that. So I mean, this is definitely a nice brush. I like it. I mean, I drew my line with it for eyeliner, and it, you know, I was able to get a pretty decently thin line with it. So this is a good brush. Then I got a bunch of these compacts to put my pressed eyeshadows in, because I have a bunch of those since I pressed all of mine. And this is a really good quality compact, and the mirror is huge, and it just, you know, it doesn't feel like cheap. It feels like it's got like some weight to it too. So this is nice. And then I have cool bronzer, warm bronzer. I already had the golden bronzer. And Berry Mary blush. Sorry, I'm speeding through this because I will like review these in detail and swatch them though. But this is just an overall haul video. Got a Glow, which is a blush, but it's actually more like a highlighter. I got this concealer pencil and brush, and I haven't tried this one yet, so I don't know in terms of reviewing it. I got the Dollar Clear Mascara, and I like to use this for my eyebrows, both ends of it. I got the Amethyst eyeshadow, and mine is broken, so I can't really like open it for you because it's gonna fall out. And Buttercream eyeshadow, Sand Dollar, Raspberry Truffle, and Mystic Moss. And then I got these nail polishes here, which I'm running out of time, but I'll make a video and I'll show all the colors kind of like clearly to you. All right, so thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned.